My name is Eric Odotei. I am the group head of reg reporting for the Finalto Group. The main remit of my role is to make sure that we are compliant for transaction reporting across the various reporting regimes globally. So I've been in the industry for about 2 decades now, probably a little more. I joined Finalto from an interdealer stroke dealer broker space. Originally started life in the industry from a technology perspective. I was probably a database analyst and worked my way through front office, through middle office, and some elements of back office. And at some point started dealing a lot with data. When the opportunity came for reg reporting, it was more or less a very easy transition. I already understood the data, and reg reporting is mostly about data, so it made the function a lot easier. Since then, I've evolved into the European regs, and then now much wider remit across the globe. I think this field probably chose me rather than I chose it, or maybe we were made for each other. Because I was already dealing with data across the industry, and I already understood financial services data. It was like, this was a perfect role for me. And also being responsible for such a wide data set means that you have to be quite analytical and quite astute at understanding what it is that the regulators are asking from you. So I would say this space chose me, or we're made for each other, as it were. A typical work day for me varies from day to day, but typically I would spend the early part of the day looking through articles and publications, either from the regulators or from the industry, to see what is happening on the horizon, what changes are to come, and so on. In terms of what happens after that, would probably be about more meetings and a lot of analytical work, diving through specs, making sure that we are doing what we are meant to be doing, and then daily operational and BAU work. You never really get a pat on the back from the regulator, but occasionally you get into a situation where you understand that something is not quite the way it should be, and you're able to make the necessary changes to fix that particular issue. And it doesn't have to be an issue, it's just being able to implement something that gets us even more compliant than we were. So for instance, let's say we're doing something manually, and you're able to implement an automated solution to make that process better, I think for me is so satisfying. Something that probably took a couple of hours to automate it, and then it takes maybe a few minutes or a few seconds, for me is far more satisfying than a pat on the back from the regulator. I think the diversity. Since being here, I have noticed that I get the opportunity to work with a lot of very smart people from across the globe. The fact that we are not situated in one location, as in you have some guys based here, you have some guys based in Bulgaria, you have some guys based in the Ukraine, Cyprus, and so on and so forth. That interaction of working with these people and be able to sometimes I wonder how we understand each other, across the cultural barriers. But it's brilliant to bring a diverse group of people together to achieve something like we're achieving here. So I think the diversity for me is the big one. I do a bit of photography. And although I haven't done it for a while, this past weekend I got the chance to go to a motor show and was able to take a few shots. And I also love cycling, which I try to do on the weekends, most weekends, if I can. But I'm a fair weather cyclist, so I don't cycle when it's raining. So I'm a semi-professional drummer. Up until a few years ago, my band toured with a Christian lady, probably for about a period of 4 years. We went across the whole of UK and Poland and Germany and Romania. And we were her backing band. Ain't Nobody by Shaka Khan. It's more complex than people think it is. People think it's a really easy track, but once you start playing, you realize, oh my goodness, it took me a while to learn that. So it's probably my favorite song to play.